Good morning.
Because I let the pressure out. So that's what. The second one's done, and now, and it's already, the first one was terrible, we had a problem getting the stem. And it was all red, and so it was, it didn't work.
But this one looks like it's healing.
Yeah, this one's feeling better, I can already see that.
Are your glasses, are those glasses, or they protect your eyes from the it's a blue?
It takes a while, because they put in new, literally new lenses. And then, and before they get set in, I can't really have sunlight, except with shades and leaves, and even around our house, it's real bright along the way. So it's,
You want us to turn the lights off up here?
Yeah, we can turn the lights on.
We could turn the.
no, well,
Let's see what it looks
Fine
like.
without it.
That's, is that better?
that's fine.
It's fine.
It's still easy. Can you see?
Is that better for you?
Yeah, that is.
Or not, yeah.
You okay? You're a good idea. You sure?
Yeah. No, fine.
It's time to go.
So Georgia,
Joe, it's time to
is
go.
like an organ donation?
What's that?
Are the new lenses like an organ donation,
No.
or are they just a?
Well, welcome, everybody. If you'd all rise. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Start off, Lynn, everybody is present.
Yes.
And also to help George with recent eye surgery, we're gonna keep the lights down low. And that'll, Larry, how's the glare on top of the head? Looking better, probably. Okay, good. So appreciate everybody's patience there. We'll start with the approval of the minutes from the last meeting.
I like those over, and say no, did you? Okay, I'll move, we approve them. The minutes from the last meeting is presented.
I'll second that.
There's a motion to approve in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Again, I want to welcome everybody here today. We'll start off with Denny. We want to recognize several employees today. Thanks, Denny.
Good morning. Continuing on with our milestone anniversary recognitions, we've got 3 that we're going to recognize today. 2 of them are not able to join us, but we want to go ahead and recognize them anyway. 15 years of service is Sergeant Jaime De La Fuente to the police department. And 25 years of service for firefighter Aaron Bollinger at the fire department. So chiefs, you guys want to come up and grab their certificates? All right, and then finally, for 20 years of service, actually an old high school friend of mine, Jeff Crackman.
There's nobody.
Thanks, Denny, for that.
Back to work.
Yeah, it's off to work. Yeah, good.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
The next item, wastewater payment office. 2 items there. Looks like leaking water heater and a broken toilet. Those corrections. Any questions on those 2 items? No action needed. Just presenting to you.
Glad we continue to do that.
There is no unfinished business. That will take us to new business. We have a road closure request for Third Fridays. Thank you. Good morning. Go ahead.
Morning. So we have all of our requests for coming up for this year. We will be starting in May, but I know that they have already got that one approved for Fenton Skinny. So this is starting for June 20th.
Looked like it was June, July, August, September. If I remember right, October. There isn't one in November?
There is not one in
That's what I
November.
thought.
October is late and December is early, so.
Okay. They're all there, and that will take us through the rest of the year. Appreciate you filling all these out.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I have an intern who helps,
All
so.
right.
The only thing I just saw was that we have the event times, but not when we're going to have the street blocked off, so perhaps we need to have that on here.
The street closures happen at 3:30 and we hope to have them reopen by 9. Obviously, sometimes it's a little earlier and a little bit later, but it's roughly 9 o'clock.
So 3:30 to 9 on the
Yes.
road closure start time and then the reopen time. Okay.
So for the record, 3:30, I think I saw Dustin nod his head. You're good?
We close it down.
For them, and then, okay.
Other than that, I didn't see anything, but I just thought perhaps
The first one, the rest of them do at 3:30.
the rest don't have it. It's just,
Oh, I'm sorry, was one of them not on there?
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I was just looking at June at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, the first one, right. Good catch there, though, in the first one. Dustin's okay with that. Do you have any, with the laundry list here, do you have any themes that you want to let out?
We have a few things that we know for sure. The other ones are still up in the air a little bit. Obviously, the first one in May is going to be Fat and Skinny, which will be very exciting. And then in June, we're working with Cancer Services. They're going to put together something. We're not sure what it's going to be called yet, kind of, but we will be in line with them. And then obviously we have the car show in August. And as of right now, we'll be doing taste in September and then our holiday items in October and December.
Okay. Good. Any questions from the board?
No, I'm fine.
I'll make a motion that we approve these road closure request forms.
And I'll second that.
Motion to approve in a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Nora.
She has a fabulous last name too.
I know, I noticed that.
What's that?
Even spelled the same as
She has a fabulous last name.
It is spelled the same way?
Yeah, which
It
never
is,
happened.
it's very odd, yeah.
We have another road closure request here. Travis McConnell is not here. The Shamrock Shimmy Community Fun Run. This is 3/15/25. The event start time is 3 p.m. No end time has been indicated.
It's really
Road
confused,
closure.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it
it's an
says
8.
8 PM.
8 p.m. down below, maybe he meant that.
Road reopen time, end of the day. I think the only question I would have is the road closure start time.
And the other question I had was this, is this an organization, an individual? What is this? He did not fill in.
This event, I think if I remember right, he's done this before.
It's a run, isn't it? for-
Yeah.
It says community
He's
fund
got the
run.
map there.
Yeah.
No police departments worked with him last year. I would red flag, Dustin?
They can confirm with Travis as far as what the starting time of it, but the street will only be closed on Buffalo from Center to Main Street. The rest of it with the 5K or the run will be done. He's already contacted police department, Captain Dean. We'll set up and provide some cones for the safety, but it'll be just temporary
And I guess my only question just was, he's charging money, who's the money going to and for what, reason? That was my only. It's a cute name.
I don't want to speak for Travis, but I think they started the Shamrock Shimmy maybe last year, and he spoke with us about that. I think they closed Buffalo Street between Center and Main, and they put up a tent. And I think the charge is to get into the tent.
So it's partly the St. Patrick's Day.
I think it's in collaboration with the St. Patrick's Day thing that some of the restaurants.
110 has like a thing going.
I think Jason Brown had been kind of the head of the tent in the past, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on exactly this year, but if it's the same as previous years, there's a tent that gets erected on Center Street, kind of
Right. And if
midway
there's-
between Center and,
Yeah.
or on Buffalo Street, midway between Center and Main. And then last year, they started having this community fun run for St. Patrick's Day, and I don't believe they charged for the fun run. I think it was just, what it seems to say on this
See, I say it
thing.
says entry to, maybe that says entry to tent.
It's for
It
entry
does,
to
it
the
says entry
tent.
$5, entry to tent, it does say that.
Yeah, it's okay, I
It's
can't
open
quite
to the
read it.
public.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm okay with it then, if we want to go ahead. Are you
You're okay with this, Jeff?
Well, I want to make sure you guys are, I am, because he has done it, he's not here.
Yeah.
I was just checking my calendar, we do have another meeting on the 7th. This is for the 15th,
I'm sure they need to plan ahead.
right,
so
they'd want approval.
Fine,
And
yeah.
to Scott's point, if it's the event, it's been pretty well thought out and
Yes.
planned out, but they do have a new figurehead now without Jason Brown. But if you guys are okay with it, I'll make a motion, we approve the road closure request, and let's just have our city departments, police, fire, keep an eye on, to make sure they do it according to the way they did it in the past, so people are safe, obviously.
Okay, George, I
So
appreciate that.
that's a long motion, but I'll make.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
Motion to-
I'll second that. Good
There's a
thoughts.
second. Any further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks, Scott, for your help there.
Yeah.
The next item is parcel of property. I'll have Scott help me with this. He's been working on this with probably some others. What are we looking at with this property?
So there's 10-plus acres that are kind of over by Warsaw Cut Glass between there and the railroad tracks. And the business that owns that property is winding down its affairs. And they asked to be able to donate that parcel of land that they own to the city of Warsaw. And we spoke with you and with Jeremy and with Justin, and everybody seems to think that's fine. So that is 10.75 acres of industrial vacant land that's currently owned by Relight Inc., and they would just simply sign a deed over to the city of Warsaw.
Parcel ID on the handouts is 004-078-179. Lynn, are there any questions or concerns you have about this?
It does have some taxes that are outstanding, property taxes.
Scott, any advice now on that? Would the current owner take care of that, should take care of that?
Yeah, I imagine the current owner will take care of that as well, what's currently due.
It's like $107.19.
I believe that'll probably be taken care of by the current owner.
Are there any utilities to this property, Justin?
Yes, about physical utilities or future uses, or what?
Yeah, I guess, like, yeah, can we get sewer back there? Can we get
I don't know if we looked at that when the email went around. I do think long-term, we could explore options as far as putting it in somebody's hands like Acres Land Trust, where they look after the land, but they would also work with the city if we wanted to put a trail back there at some point in the future, like a boardwalk. So I think there could be future uses long-term.
I think it's kind of a wetlands. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's not really buildable or valuable for anybody in particular. So I think there could be some value from a city standpoint in the future if there was a boardwalk or something that, in conjunction with Acres Land Trust, water quality concern, things like that could be addressed in that parcel.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, I don't see any reason not to accept the property since it's being gifted. And we didn't have problems. It's not super fun site or something, so.
I agree.
So are you okay with it?
Mhm, okay.
I'll make a motion, we accept the property that's being offered.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Thanks, Scott, for your work on this.
Yeah, thanks, Sharon.
The next item, I may have Jeremy come up and explain to us what we're looking at here. This is Baker Tilly, an engagement letter connected to the street department. Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, so you just have an engagement letter from Baker and Tilly for services as we move through the bond process for the street department project, new facility. This was also went to the redevelopment commission and was approved. The reason it's to both of you, most of the time these issuance costs are covered as part of the bond process, so you won't necessarily see something come before you. However, there may be some pre-billing, and if that occurs, it could be paid for through the city's public funds. And if in that case, you would need that engagement letter saying that you've contracted with them for those services. I don't anticipate that. I think most of it will be covered under the bond cost, but in lieu of any costs occurring beforehand, much like the redevelopment commission approving, that allows us to pay for those costs prior to the bond issue.
Part of the process as this continues to move.
Yeah, we did approve it at redevelopment.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeremy, for that. Any questions for Jeremy?
So I'll make a motion that we improve this engagement letter between the city of Warsaw and Baker Tilly Advisory Group.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to accept. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Jeremy, we'll keep you up here. Warsaw Chemical pay application.
Yeah, so you have another pay application for the Warsaw Chemical groundwater cleanup in the amount of $16,359. These funds were part of our redoing of the SRF that it made available, over $3 million for water quality cleanup. Part of that went towards the lift station that connected the airport, and the other part of those funds went to the ongoing cleanup for the Warsaw Chemical. So this is just a pay application that will be submitted to the state and paid for out of those funds.
Just a comment, I recently had a citizen ask me, well, if the city takes this property, is it being cleaned up? And I said, oh, yes, we've been working on this.
Yeah, part of our agreement with Warsaw Chemical was for them to continue with the completion of that cleanup process, which will be ongoing.
Yeah. So I'd make a motion that we approve this pay application.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve along with a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Jeremy, thank you. Travel requests, and if I remember right, Denny, you have quite a few here.
Yes, sir. A lot of this has to do with our police and fire doing leadership training and getting certifications and things. So they're all classes that are needed for those guys to continue doing what they're doing. Several SRO classes and leadership classes for the police department. And then we got Dustin and Joe from the street department going down to Purdue Road School. So
Police street, fire, plan department, quite a few.
There are quite a few.
And
Question?
planning, of course, to keep our
Yeah, planning, right.
GIS going.
Yeah, so
Well,
we're- Questions?
No, they all looked pretty viable to me, so I will make a motion, we accept the travel request as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 The ayes have it. And new hire and a change in payroll report. Denny?
Yeah, we got a few items on here. See, David Neese with the street department is actually going to be transferring over to the wastewater and taking on a position over there. Dustin out the street department's got a couple guys who improved their skills and did a lot of learning over the last year, so we're going to give them a little bit of a bump. Jeff Smith going to be going back to the street department from wastewater. And then we're hiring 2 new police officers, which puts us within 1 of being full. So super excited about that too.
Any questions for Denny on any of these?
I'm excited about all of these, so I will say, make a motion to approve the new hire and change payroll report.
Second?
Motion to approve, one with a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks,
Thank you.
Denny. And now the park department. Busy.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Okay.
So the first item I have here is where I would like your approval to apply for the Indiana Arts Commission grant for the fiscal cycle of 2025 and 2026 in the amount of $4,000. This grant would be used to continue support of our summer concert series. Without this, it would be really hard for me to continue that series. Last year, I applied for $4,000 and I received the full amount. So I'm hoping for that again this year.
Any questions for
Yeah, I'll move we approve applying for the grant.
I'll
Thank you.
second that.
all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes
Aye.
have it. Good.
Thanks for your work on that.
Yeah, thank you. The next one.
The next one is for the Penguinis. They would provide 4 hamster wheels and staff to work at a station for our family carnival on August 1st in the amount of $1,450. And this year I would like to contract them to add that 1 additional wheel because the line gets very, very long for that. So that's why the cost went up a little bit this year.
Because it's so fun.
I've not tried it,
It's
but
really fun.
everyone enjoys it.
How do you pronounce
Penguinis.
Penguins?
I know, when I first read it, I'm like, are we hiring penguins?
Yeah, I did too, yeah.
That sounds like an Italian dish.
Yeah. I'll make a motion that we approve this contract because I know that people really enjoy it.
Motion approved.
I'll second
A
that.
second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Thank
Right.
you.
Next one.
The next one is for Laughing Stock Productions. They would provide 3 clowns for balloon twisting and entertainment for the family carnival on August 1st in the amount of $1,350. And we've worked with them for several years. So,
And we'll entertain a point of order if you want, which, if you agree, if legal doesn't mind, it would give her an opportunity to go through the laundry list here before we vote, but
Yeah, we were just,
is that?
And then, yeah.
I thought that's what you might be
Yeah.
talking about, but it has to come from you.
I'll make a motion that we review all of the contracts at this time.
Point of order, okay. All right, so you okay with
I'll
that?
second that.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so we'll go to the next item, thank you. Go ahead.
do you want me to do all of these
Yes.
together then?
Yeah, we can go
Okay.
down through all, of what it would be now, it would be 11 through, on the point of order, 11 through 16. Thank you.
Okay, so I have contracts here for 6 stagehands for the Rock and Country concert in the amount of $400. It would be $200 per date. And I have Tim Smith, Tad Heflick, Paul Lafferty, Mark Smith, Carrie Heflick, and Brian Smith.
So I will make a motion that we approve all these contracts as presented.
Thank you, Diane. Is Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to approve all contracts as presented. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Jackson. Parkview, right away.
Yes,
Position.
submitted for your approval or acceptance, the signed deed for the additional right-of-way along 200 North for the Parkview development. We have requested to acquire this right-of-way just for all the proper maintenance and needs that it would have.
Kevin's signature, okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve this right-of-way warranty deed.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Police Department. Chief?
Yeah, the police department's just requesting for approval of the addendum to a 63-month agreement that we made back in August 24 for our postage machine. This is additional software that I've been asked to request. It'll provide the ability to no longer prevent the need to fill out the green cards for certified mail. We do send out quite a few things that are certified. Provides us the ability to get some discounted shipping rates as well, so.
A laundry list of bullets, and I think it's $9.95 more per month for all of these services. Appreciate that, and obviously he's wanting you to consider allowing him to do it, which is a change, but it's not that much for what they offer here. So we're looking at it. And,
Sounds like it saves time,
yeah.
and time is money. So I'll move we approve the police department's request.
I'll second that.
Any further comments?
No.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Wastewater, Brian, thank you. We have 2 items on the agenda.
The first one is signing the agreement with G&G for, we opened the project, this bid back in December, I think the last meeting in December. This is just signing the agreement to move ahead with this project out at Timber Ridge.
I know that this needs done, so I will make a motion that we approve this contract with G&G for the Timber Ridge Stormwater Improvements Phase 1.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve in a second. The amount, Brian, is $108,968.99, correct?
Correct.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Next item, Brian?
This is a final payment for a project that was completed at Park Avenue for some stormwater work. Aaron has reviewed the pay request and he has a letter there recommending payment. So this is final payment, so it's retainage, and that's a lot of what this final payment is retainage, yeah, so.
Aaron's approval, pay application number 4. The amount, Brian, it's
12,
right, $12,604.21.
correct.
I'll move we approve pay app number 4.
I'll second that.
Motion to approve along with the second. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
Ayes have it. Thanks, Brian. I don't believe, Lynn, there are any special claims today.
No, they're not any special claims.
That'll take us to claims and
Any special claims.
10 pages.
It's almost as
George,
bad
I
as
know
last time.
George, I know you had eye surgery, but you're the one usually that goes through
I look,
line by line.
I have 24 questions to be answered. If somebody want to leave, I understand. No, I got a couple questions answered, so I'm fine with it if you are.
Yeah, if you're ever gone, we're
I
gonna have
knew
fun
that.
up here. No, I did not see anything that I didn't understand, so I will make a motion to approve this.
And I'll second that.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Thanks, Lynn.
You're welcome. It's a lot of that's a lot of checks to write.
They do. I wish you had one of those machines.
Any comments from anyone?
All by hand.
Any comments from the public? Okay. I do want to wish the, lots of sporting events, but I do want to wish the girls' basketball team lots of success this weekend. Exciting. Go Tigers.
Noon tomorrow, right?
Yeah. first
I'll
game.
second that.
Yeah, there you go. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Have a safe weekend. Go Tigers.
Yes. Here's that.
I know, he knows that, yeah.
Well, the census before even the gap.
Yeah.
Gap,
Yeah.
get up. Yeah.
I haven't decided exactly